Here are some batteries that I use that I've been happy with. These top two batteries are from Hobby City, the Zippy Flight Max and the Turnigi. I kind of consider them the same, kind of made the same in terms of where they're getting them from. Hobby City, I guess, just rebrands things, called Turnigi. And the other one is a PerformancePlus RC, www.PerformancePlusRC.com. This is available domestically if you want to get a battery or sets of batteries from a U.S. dealer. I think the Performance Plus RC is a very good bang for the buck battery available in the United States. If you want to wait for a longer shipping time or you're bundling a larger order, you can get this stuff from Hobby City and maybe get more packs and use them less cycles because you've got more of them. It really helps out to have the extra packs at the field instead of having to recharge them a lot. However, I found the Performance Plus RC battery, it's done really well. It's got a low internal resistance, so it doesn't bog my motor as much as, say, a 20C battery pack. The 25C does pretty good. Once you get into TikToks and a lot of flips, continuous, that kind of stuff, 25C minimum. I've been pretty much using the 30C to do work on more advanced aerobatics and so forth. That's loading the motor in the cyclic turns a lot more. But it really makes a big difference when you're getting into more advanced aerobatics to have a battery that won't bog the motor. Many times people will say, oh, this motor bogs, and for electric flight, it's not just the motor. The battery has to be able to supply the current, and even if you look at your formula of 20C and calculate out how much current the battery can handle, it doesn't mean that the battery's not going to drop its voltage, and that's typically what happens under a higher load when these things are trying to put out 25, 30 amps, is that battery could be dropping a volt under load, and if your speed controller is throttle limiting when the battery voltage goes down, then it's going to end up producing less power out in the motor. So when you have these batteries that have a higher C rating in them, it's providing the motor with the current that it needs under that load, and the higher C batteries really make a big difference. Now, don't be fooled by some of the manufacturers out there on eBay. Mostly I see them on eBay selling brands like, I'll cut on a brand called Mystery. I've got a couple of their batteries. I've got a 2800 and a 2200 Mystery battery, and they're pretty horrible. They drop their voltage under load. They got a very high internal resistance. They tend to puff early. I had the 2800 milliamp Mystery battery, and I was using it to hover, and I was like, great, I can get a 13-minute hover on that. But when I tried to do more than that, or I brought it to more than 80% capacity depletion, it started to puff on me, and it really wasn't a very good battery at all. These batteries are a lot better, better quality. I think they're pretty consistent. Once again, you get these two from Hobby City, and this is available domestically. There's a lot of other batteries that are out there. That's not just these, but what you want to do when you're picking a battery is to really research it, find somebody who has it, find out how they're flying it. Obviously, if you talk to somebody who's been learning how to hover and they're just hovering around for 8-9 minutes, and you're trying to do more advanced aerobatics, it's really not a good reference point. Try to find somebody who's doing the kind of flying that you're doing. Find out what kind of motor and speed controller setup that they have, and see how well the battery's doing in terms of performance for them, and then go from there. Once again, like I say in some of my other videos, is take all of the information, including what I give you, with a grain of salt. Do your research, get multiple opinions.